Really, just champions meeting. Who's going first?
I think we're starting with Chris and Ryan.
Awesome.
Crazy.
I can't wait.
Crazy battle.
So crazy.
The one matchup that none of us are
oh, dude, this is going to be so
on
fun.
the cast.
Can we agree you're not going to play? Because I can't play.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What?
Fine.
What?
I can't warm up right now. There's literally no spot for me to warm up.
Oh, I see, yeah.
But he's set up.
Yeah.
And I feel like it'd be lame if he would,
Right, yeah.
you know.
So they're doing Chris versus Ryan first, right?
You guys have to watch this match. I mean, you have to
I'm watching this match right
This is going to be sick.
If you win, you need to see what your opponent is doing against a different race than
This is gonna be 3 turns.
It's 2 turns. One's Zerg.
No, 3 turns.
Oh,
Casting a ZVP. Yeah, 3 turns casting a ZVP.
Yesterday it was 2 Terrans casting a Zerg v random when there was no Terran in the random.
It's nuts.
Are we gonna make 4 Terrans?
No. Too many Terran.
The hype is real. The hype is not fake.
What? This is the best video you've ever seen.
So, game 1, we're trying to get underway.
You know
I don't know what we're waiting for.
Yeah, I don't know what we're
I
waiting
think
for
they have
either.
to do map vetoes. Who is the admin?
You guys.
What?
Oh, you're the admin, Tyler.
Tyler, you're in control here.
You need to make.
Oh my god, I have to invite you guys?
Well, we need a map first.
Oh god. Is Ryan here?
Can we pick map order? I mean, you guys have to be.
Yeah.
It's veto 2 maps and then pick order, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that each. And then
You want to do heads or tails for first pick?
Alright, get the coin. Coin. Let's do it.
Tell Ryan to call heads or tails.
Coin flip by mode right now.
The mode flip.
Am I doing it or is he doing it?
You do it. Call it.
Nice.
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 Tell
Nice.
me what they call it.
Nat
call it.
Bagel.
Oh my god.
It's heads.
It's heads.
You want first or second pick?
Is the first player gets the map veto, the other player gets the
Yes.
map pick?
Yes.
Alright,
Nice.
give him veto first.
Alright. So, veto first for Ryan. And he called tails too, so it works out. Because it was heads.
So, what do you think Ryan's gonna veto? Daedalus, there it is. Boom. No speculation.
Alright, go your map veto. We should probably do this all in chat because Ryan's not here.
Yeah. I can't hear you over there, Chris.
You shouldn't be able to hear us.
I can't hear you.
Habitation. Chris, not a big
Wow.
fan of that map.
Alright, so now
He
it's
banned it
The
against me.
first 2.
Yeah, so now Chris chooses first map and then his loser pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do winner pick. Let's get these games going now.
Alright.
Frost first. Word. Where the fuck's around?
Alright, so Chris, you can no longer hear us, correct? Good
Boom.
answer.
There it is. That's.
Imagine if he's like, yeah, I can't hear you.
We like to hear nothing.
Alright.
Alright.
I'll just poke my head in periodically.
Well, we got 11 viewers right now.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my god, double digits.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
This is real.
Double digits. Oh, okay. I think they're all here to see you, Andrew. They want
Yeah.
to see this person.
Yeah, they want to see me in my glory.
They want to see that game.
Or your penis.
Yeah, I'm a spectator.
Are you a referee?
Yeah, just referee, why not?
I'll ref it.
You can view their chat.
League? No. Cloud
I
effects.
don't think we have a league yet.
Not yet.
We will make this
The
one.
Gloob StarCraft League.
I like this as the... We're
GSCL.
calling this the President's Cup yet, right? We've agreed on that?
I mean, like, it
we agree
depends
on
who you
this?
ask.
Well, can we agree on that now?
Everyone
As
hated
casters,
it.
can we agree this is the
This
President's
is the
Cup?
presidential.
I think President's Cup sounds good.
I think it sounds fine.
We're GW, it's President's Day.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I was gonna do this whole thing where like it was like different presidents' heads, and like it was gonna be like, ooh, who's who, and like this dude was gonna be like Lincoln.
I'm Lincoln.
Yeah, dude, you were gonna be Lincoln, but no, everyone was like, oh, it's a bad idea.
So then who's Chris?
I don't know. Chris is. When's Chris gonna join the game? Is a good question. Oh,
There it is.
we're playing 5. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
lose. Tell him it's loser's pick.
George starts with
Unless Chris is against that, and we're gonna have to change this.
G. George. Cool. Oh my god.
What?
Bathroom break.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my
At least we can
god.
turn the lights on now.
Oh
Let's see.
my
What the
God.
first map is Frost, right?
Frost.
Yes.
An interesting choice by Boo Bradley.
Oh, could have a little while. I think you should unlock the alliances so they can like make this a negotiation.
No build order.
Why?
No build order. This is casted,
No, just show.
but no build order.
show.
Wait, what?
Normal.
What does that mean?
No match
That'd
history.
be,
You like
ridiculous.
don't get to see.
Okay,
Yo, do you guys want to go to league?
No.
I mean, 'cause we don't
So,
have a league.
See what's
To the viewers, we're about to have a game between Boo and Andori. Boo is a Zerg player, Andori is a Protoss player. Now the key thing about this game is that Andori's running on 24 hours without sleep because he is currently addicted to Hearthstone.
Do you think that's an advantage or a disadvantage?
If you have that little sleep, that's probably a disadvantage. He's the gerbil toss, okay? He just so far I think he's lived in his room for like 5 days straight, just only leaving to get food in the same building, and just kind of going back and forth, and that's just the way that Andori functions, and we're gonna see if he's able to still function with this little sleep.
But I do feel like there's a certain level of comfort where you get into a routine, and yes,
Yeah.
for some of us we might think, oh, who could do
Yeah.
that? But maybe this is what works for him.
Yeah,
and he
we'll
can-
see. We'll see if the gerbil toss can prevail.
The nice thing about this is both players are playing in their homes.
True. Yeah, that's true.
This is real.
Yes, it's real, Tyler.
This is
Yeah, it's
real.
This is a real game about to happen.
There is such a thing called StarCraft.
Yeah, much like there are many thousands of games that are real that are played daily.
This one's so real.
The other
No
thing-
pressure at all.
The other thing to note here that's different than a lot of the other games we've seen is this is the first of a best of 5.
Yeah.
All we've
Best
seen
of
so far has
5,
been best
yeah.
of 3s. So there, if you lose one map, you're
Yeah.
right
So
away. You're in
yeah.
all the pressure.
So
But
basically, the games are going to be really long. Same build every game.
Yep.
Drawn out.
Lots of swarm hosts.
People are going to get really bored
Colossi.
because it's a ZVP.
Tempests.
And then it's a TBT after that.
boring
so
units.
very boring match.
All the
and
boring
knowing the
units.
players, we both know it's going to be like slow turtleneck versus slow turtleneck.
But like the finals will be a TV something, which
True,
as we know
true.
are
TV
great.
something is a lot more dynamic
Yeah.
than the two matchups we're
Yeah.
left to be forced to watch in the semifinals.
Although if it's TVP, I might cry Terran tears.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
entire time.
Well, currently, since the end of Season 3 in WCS, the Protoss has won every tournament except for Asus ROG at NorthCon when Jadon won. And since Jadon won, it doesn't really count.
All right, guys. It looks
Right.
like we are good to go. Jumping in
We're
here.
repping his,
Just wanna check one more
his
time.
aspiring Red Bull sponsorship.
Can he hear us right now? He can't hear us, right?
I
Go,
don't
go.
believe so.
Blasting his music
I
or
just
something.
need one more. I just need Ryan to be here for me. Ryan.
For those of you who don't know,
Andori.
Andori is Ryan. And
Andori.
Chris is
The legend.
Boo, aka Boo
If I
Radley.
say Boo Radley, it's the same thing.
Boo and Boo Radley is.
Yeah.
For some reason, he decided to name himself Boo Radley in literally everything, which he's a
now
well-known
it's
character
Boo.
from the book To Kill a Mockingbird, which we
Yes.
all read
Yeah.
at some point between 8th grade and
And he does
sophomore year.
get talked about a lot when he plays games. People will comment.
All right.
Right.
All right, loading into Frost here.
We're jumping in.
This is game 1 of the round of 4 of the GWU President's Cup.
President's Cup.
Jumping straight in.
So I'm actually curious. So did he name himself Boo Radley? Like, did he ever read the book? Is my
Yes.
question.
Yes, he did.
And he was a big fan of the book
He's
because
been-
Boo Radley isn't exactly a lovable character.
He's been Boo Radley for a very long time.
Okay.
Since I've known him, which
Wow.
has been 3-4 years. So,
Yeah.
but it's a good name though.
Yeah, I think it's a cool
not
name.
It's not like Harry Potter, like a totally
Yeah,
recognizable
yeah.
character. But it's a very good.
Yeah,
book.
I think it's a good name. But yeah, it should.
Waiting.
All right, here we go. Here
load
we
it
go.
in.
All right. Getting it going. Who wants to introduce Mr. Boo?
Alright, so spawning in the top right-hand position here on Frost, we have the GWU Pink Zerg Boo.
Oh my God, Boo.
Yeah, Boo. All right, and In the bottom right position, we have spawning as the blue Protoss. Some call him the Gerbil Terran. Some call him Mike. Some call him Ryan. It is Andori.
Who calls him the Gerbil Terran?
Did I say Gerbil Terran?
Yes.
Only when he's off racing.
Okay.
Only when he's on
The Gerbil
racing.
Toss. I'm sorry, the Gerbil Toss.
Perfectly acceptable, though.
Such a gerbil.
So, there's a pylon on the low ground. So, we're not going to see any crazy cheese out of either of the players from what it looks like.
I don't think so.
However, with that early scout, this could be a cannon rush.
Very well could be. I really hope it is, honestly. I hope we see a cannon rush right now.
I don't know. I mean, it's a Forge wall off, okay? So,
Yeah,
let's not get carried away.
I don't think it's going to be
He probably just sent it out early because he doesn't know where his opponent is, and now he does. Crazy.
Oh, man. Oh, man. No, he doesn't even care.
Just a little bit of
He cares
I
so
mean,
little.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and definitely one of the things going through
around.
Boo's head right now is he going to cannon rush my natural, just like the world champion SOS once did to win the world championship.
He did it several times, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Multiple
probably like
cannon
4
rushes
out
in
of
that
the
game.
5 games. He
Yes.
started with the cannon
That's
rush.
right.
Truly.
It is a good opening. You know, we're going to see a pool first, though, from Boo, so he's not going to be too vulnerable to it. If you're going hatch first, it can be really difficult to deal with, but with this pool coming down and relatively delayed. All right, so there's a Nexus going down for Andori.
Should be able to figure out what's going on from this.
Yeah.
Just right here.
And he can see that actually with his overload right at the start, so he can see what's going on in the front.
He knows the forge. Yeah.
yeah.
He knows.
Something to note, the Nexus does go on before the hatchery. So, kind of a nice, I mean, while he didn't do anything to get that, he does get a nice little economic. It's small, but it is something in that his Nexus is a little bit faster. We're going to see if Boo's going to go for a fast third hatchery. Most Protoss players, or a lot of Zerg players do like to do that. However, I do know Boo really likes to do 2-base ling styles, getting up a lot of lings, which can deal with early pressure and have map control, and there's all these great things that lings can do for you.
Yeah, I think really the expected response from Zerg is to do a third base, especially on a map like this. And I mean, Boo Radley is not one. I mean, he's definitely one to like hide a hatchery like in the corner or something.
Mhm.
I've seen him do that before.
Yeah.
He'll like take too many hatcheries like that his opponent won't
He's setting a
expect.
drone, and there's a third hatch.
there's
So
a
it's
third
going to be
drone
Yeah.
it's going to be a third hatch, and something in we are seeing a Forge Fast expand and not a Gateway expand, which does, while is a little bit safer from the Protoss, it takes away all of the sort of early harass options, the Zealot Stalker Mothership Corps pushes that they can be just a little bit annoying. They don't win the game for a Protoss, but they will keep the Zerg on their toes. And with I know a lot of Zerg players will say that they feel a lot more comfortable against Forge expands, even if they are more economical or safer against any Zerg opening.
Swag.
First unit.
The unit
Down.
is dead.
Wow. Crazy.
That's legit. That's game heart.
Yeah, so let's try to figure out what Andor is going to do next, because I don't really know what
Yeah.
Protosses do.
What are our next
Why?
steps?
And what we're seeing, he's got 2 gases taken in his main, hasn't taken gas in his natural net. And it really comes down to, alright, there's the +1 going down for Andori. So the real question is he going to start chronoing that +1? If he's going to start chronoing that +1, it usually signals some kind of Zealot type aggression. Zealots with +1 are very good against Zerglings. And there's a quick robo. This is starting to look like it could be some kind of immortal-based pressure. I'm not saying it definitely is, but with that quick, with that robo facility, along with Warp Gate and the +1 weapons, it could be. And some kind of Zealot Immortal attack can be very strong, especially with that +1.
Yeah.
And then in return, we're going to have to see what Boo Radley's going to do. If he's going to scout in response to that, if he has his own plans. What's going to do? Both players, though, sort of just getting their economies up. Double pro production versus triple drone production from the 2 players. Mothership Core going down.
Lots of drones.
Yeah, I mean, Andori definitely, he recognizes himself as a macro player. He's definitely one, he feels more comfortable without cheesing, unlike many Protosses nowadays.
Okay, he was getting his probe out. So there's a bunch of...
There were several cancels there. He lost some money.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, and there's the War Prism. So this is going to be some kind of aggression coming out. It's going to be 4-gate plus a robo with a War Prism. There's a bunch of different options he can go from here with this War Prism. It's not going to be the standard Immortal Sentry all-in, but it doesn't mean there's not going to be some kind of pressure coming. I know it's very difficult if you can get sentries on the high ground. Oh, and there's 3 more gateways. So this is going to be... That's up to 7 gateways, I believe.
Now he doesn't need to reveal his war prism here. Can we get a shot?
He
didn't need to reveal that.
He is gonna see it.
But maybe it looks like maybe that's what he wanted. I don't know. That would make no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, most Pro House players like to hide their tech. This is going to be 7 gates plus a row. So this is definitely looking like some kind of, maybe not full on all in, but definitely a pressure.
And we have ground weapons and warp gate completed. So he's really gonna be doing something here.
He's really going to be doing something.
He's really gonna be doing something here.
Yeah. So
like lots of things are finishing all at once. I'm overwhelmed.
Let's take a look over at what Boo Radley has. I saw a Roach Warren going down, so he definitely is going to have the tools needed to defend against a pressure. You know, Ling speed, Roaches.
and he knows the war prism's coming.
Yes.
He saw that.
However, the one thing I'm a little bit concerned is with those double Evo going down, if he was to throw down double upgrades, there's a 3rd Nexus. War Prism's going to fly in. Is it going to be able to get... Oh, it gets the sentries down. And he missed the force field.
Missing the
So
wow.
Boo Radley's going to be able to get stuff into his base. Gets the War Prism, gets the sentry, and that's big.
Wow, huge lead
Yes.
for Boo Rad.
This is...
Noise.
Where's he go now? Where does he go?
There's the double
What are the next
wing
steps?
upgrades.
Okay.
What are the next steps?
So basically, Andori just tried to warp in sentries to block off the ramp. But it didn't work. He killed the War Prism in time because he knew the War Prism was coming. He had Queens positioned properly.
A little bit confused now. Oh, okay, no, never mind. I know what this is.
Yeah.
So with the double upgrades going down for the Lynx, this is going to be a Link Hydra aggression.
Yes.
The big thing is Boo Radley now, with the lead that he has, killing some sentries, killing a Warp Prism, he wants to cancel this 3rd base. He knows it's down, and if this 3rd base gets up, Andori gets into a very nice position. But Cannon's finishing up nicely. These Zerglings might be shut down, but they are going to get a few hits on this. Nexus trying to get a cancel.
He didn't lose too much, but it wasn't necessarily a loss.
That was, it's an acceptable attack from Boo, but he didn't really get anything. Oh, he's going to lose these Lings. It's not that big a
He
deal.
got 1 stalker out of that.
Yeah.
1 stalker.
It's not the biggest deal in the world. Lings aren't the most important thing in the world. However, with this 3rd base going down, if he can keep this 3rd base up, Andori ends up in a very nice position. However, can he defend against this Ling Hydra aggression that's incoming? 1-1's about to finish up, as well as Hydra range. And Boo Radley's going to be in a nice position to be able to pressure it. We don't see any Colossus on the field. We don't see any splash damage. And Hydras are very good against Protoss unless you have some kind of splash damage.
Although,
Dark
you know what they
Shrine
say.
going down.
1 behind Dark Shrine.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's what they say.
That's what they say.
Throwing
away some lanes.
The one thing to note is that Boo Radley does have at least 1 Spore Crawler. I know it is natural. So he does have at least some detection. He's going to need some more if he can identify the Dark Shrine. And there's the Spire going down. So there's a bunch of options. I mean, one of the great things about Zerg is the way your production works is you can sort of switch on a dime. Did he just finish
1-1.
1-1. He finished 1-1. Okay. And there's a robotics bay going down. So that is very nice for Andori if he can get up Colossus. Colossus are going to be very good. Oh, the Lings get in, but do not. Now they're blocked off. Kind of a missed opportunity there for Boo. I thought he was going to be able to get some damage, but he's going to go in for an attack here. Lings streaming around as well as the Hydras, and he's going to get a nice surround on this. There's the force fields, but a little bit late on the force fields. But a nice time to keep these slow Hydras off creep. But the Protoss army is really starting to evaporate. I'm not seeing very many units here from Andori, and these Hydras could very well go unchallenged at this Nexus. Some Zealots are going to warp in to try and hold on. The Cannons are going to go down. But we don't see a Photon Overcharge.
The Dark Templar.
There's the Dark Templar. Those are going to clean up these Hydras nicely. So nice response from Andori. I thought he was in a little bit of trouble. He lost some sentries, though.
Totally missing this warp in over here.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, and Andori. Huge number of drones.
Andori coming into the supply lead now.
This was... Wow. This is big.
And yeah, these DTs caught Boo completely off guard.
They caught us off guard. They caught me off guard.
He's morphing in Overseer, but it's too late. This layer might go down. Yes,
this layer is going down.
And that stops a lot of things from Boo and his ability to continue this game. And this could, wow, this is really tough. Is he going to lose his natural hatch too?
Yeah. So what we're seeing now is the
and the layer goes down, and he's going to focus down this hatch. Boo could lose 2 of his hatcheries.
If he loses both.
Hatch sniped, son. So what we're seeing right now is the relentless will of Andori. He's basically taking control of this game because he has the drive to win.
Yes, and
He
Colossus
does.
range as well as Colossus going down, and Colossus are going to be very good. We see Boo switching into Roaches, though. He's switching up and moving off this Ling Hydra and moving towards Roach now. However, he doesn't have the upgrades for it. He has 1-1, but he's getting 2-2 for his melee weapons, which aren't going to help his Roaches out at all. Another big zone.
And he's going to get this one.
These warpins.
Wow.
These warpins are.
And this Warp Prism is really
the Spire's
too.
going. Oh,
What is he going to attack?
maybe not. He doesn't even know.
Oh, and Dory a little bit indecisive there, and I think that's going to cost him. He could have definitely cashed this hatch, but I think he's going to be okay. He's focusing the Spire.
No, I don't think
he
he'll get the Spire.
Boo should be okay.
He should.
Wow.
Thermal
That
Lance
was definitely
completed.
a missed opportunity.
2-2 just completed.
So 2-2
That's-
is
that's
completed.
not bad.
Typically with this style, from Bradley, you really want to get into ultras.
But
He's going to get
another
the third.
one.
Wow,
Yeah.
this Warp Prism is really starting, and Bradley just doesn't have the detection grid to deal with this.
Those 2-0 Dark Templar are just really putting in work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right now, what Andor should be doing is expanding more because right now, Boo Radley is completely on the back foot. Okay, he has he can try to attack
He's
if he
going to fly
wants,
his Warp
but
Prism, and he's going to find the space over here.
wow.
This is really not
The,
good.
the worker count is just not
Wow,
favorable.
I'm really concerned for Boo. I don't see any way he's going to be able to turn this around unless he can get a really large, swell of Roach
Wow.
Hydra. He's going for his +1 attack for his ranged units. The one thing to note though is even though the supplies are in Andori's favor, with the worker counts what they are, I do think their army supplies are just about even.
Look at that worker.
Actually,
count.
Boo has a decent army supply lead, so he might be able to make something happen here against this Protoss army if he hits soon. But soon, this worker count is just going to spiral and spiral. A fourth going down for Andori. It is
Keeping
a
the
tough
pressure
fourth.
on.
And he's going to get another cancel on this base. Yes, he is. Wow, this Warp Prism micro has been.
+3 damage.
You don't mess
no
with
armor.
those. You don't mess with 60 damage.
Final destination.
It's terrible. And this is
And
gonna,
as soon as the layer finishes, he's going to drop DTs
this
back
is
in,
just
and he is playing this outstandingly well. He knows that Boo was in a very nice position, but he wasn't able to defend against these drops, and they're just completely tearing him to pieces.
Oh, man.
He's going to get the layer another time, and this is starting to look very bad for
this
him.
might be the game
Wow.
right here.
We are seeing a force move across the map with Colossus, and
The death ball.
I don't know if
Where the
nice
force fields-
round though coming in from Boo Radley.
Not enough force fields here.
Yeah, the force was really not doing anything, but those Colossus are completely unchallenged. He has no corruptors, and
No Vipers.
while I do think Boo can push this back, if we just look at the supply, there's just no way he's going to be able to keep up economically. I don't even think he's mining at this point.
This is getting bad.
Storm going down for our Protoss player, and this is
The income
Yeah,
difference
this is the income tells everything. I mean, Boo Radley has no gas income at all, barely any minerals, and there's no way he's going to be able to continue to fight this army. Yeah, maybe he can push back this Blight Force here, but once Storm is done, there's just no way.
There's no coming back from this one, kids. And oh my god, here he comes. Andor coming to close
A
the
nice
door
set of force
on this
fields,
game.
and that's the icing on the cake. This game's over. There's the
GG.
There it is. Good game by Andori.
Game one.
Using the Dark Templar to his
Truly,
advantage.
those
To
warpins.
stay in the game, come back in the game actually. He was actually behind in supply pretty significantly. And he came back with the DTs slashing through the, making all the buildings bleed out. So,
Yes. So a very nice game from Andor. I really, really enjoyed that. I thought it was, it was interesting because you saw him win not so much with one specific, push or anything, but took that third and then went into these drops, and those drops were actually great.
Those drops for the game.
So let's take a look at his loser's pick. So Chris is going to choose from the maps that are left, and we're going to see move into game two. This is, of course, a best of 5, so definitely series not over.
yeah, that's right.
Polar, we're doing polar.
Yeah, so I think what was going on in that game is that in the beginning, Chris was thinking, as Andori often plays, he was expecting some kind of Stargate play, and then once he saw the Warp Prism, he tried to prepare for it, but with the whole Hydra Ling idea, it didn't quite pan out as he wanted, and he wasn't really expecting the DTs either.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely held off that first Warp Prism very well.
Yeah.
But I think that he had his units on the other side of the map, and you just, when you don't have vision of that Dark Shrine, you don't have detection, and it can really be a big problem. Another thing to note here with this series is that with Chris having the first pick in this map, and now being Loser's pick, so he's going to get the second pick, is that he is kind of exhausting the maps that he feels the most comfortable on early on. And while, of course, that's what you need to do in order to get yourself a win, it can be a bit of a problem with, as this series goes on, we're going to move more and more towards the maps that Andori would like, theoretically, and being down in a series, that could be tough.
Yeah.
Just double check here. Good.
LHFG.
Let's go.
Starting up game number 2.
It's game numero days. Uh-oh. Don't like the number 4.
Blizzard seems to have an issue with that.
Alright, Chris taking him to Polar Knight on this one. Boo Radley taking him to Polar Knight on this one. What do you think his thought process is here, Mark?
Well, it's a very different map. I mean, you look at the first map, Frosty, it's big, it's a 4-player map, you have to scout, and there's a lot of different bases that you can take. This map, on the other hand, is much more condensed. There's sort of just these 2 attack paths around, and it sort of allows Boo Radley to have much tighter control of his base. I think when you're worried about those warp prisms, it's not as easy on this map to sort of control, drop from the main to the natural to the third, with the way that, the openness of the ramps and things like that.
Yeah.
So let's do, I guess, player introductions. Best of 5. We should remind.
Interesting.
All right, so
there's a problem with the notifying the players of what's going on.
It's an issue.
It's not my fault. I'm not in charge of this. So basically, at the top right, we have spawning as the Pink Zerg. Some call him the character from the book To Kill a Mockingbird. It is Boo Radley. Everybody, come on!
And in the bottom right-hand corner of Polar Knight, we have the blue Protoss GWU Andori.
Awesome.
All right, so now we're going to take a look at what we're going to see from these players. I mean, having lost game 1, there is something in Boo Radley. Oh, that's okay.
Just a hatch, guys.
So it's hatch
just a hatch.
Just a hatch.
False alarm.
Sorry.
False alarm.
My mistake with colors. But this is going to be a hatch first. So Boo Radley is going to start with a hatch first. And with that pylon going down, if this is indeed a Forge expand again, Boo Radley would be vulnerable to a cannon rush. However, with the Forge not being there just yet, he is in a safe position. There's the pool. So we're not going to see a 3-hatch before pool build, which we have seen Boo Radley do a couple of times in this tournament to great effect. But switching over to the hatch first, and with the hatch first against the Nexus first as opposed, last game we talked about Protoss had a slight advantage with that slightly faster expansion. This time, our Zerg player has the slightly fast expansion, which is sort of swinging things just a little bit the other way. I mean, again, these are all small advantages, but I've always said that StarCraft is a game of small advantages.
Yeah, I mean, there's something I read actually where it was talking about like strategies and games and whatnot, and it turns out that a lot of the time when you blow someone out of the water, like in a game, you just completely destroy them. Sometimes it's not as good as being able to just barely beat someone. Like you're more consistent if you can just barely beat someone each time. And I think that really is true with like Zerg, because with Zerg, when you hold off a push, you want to have just the right number of units to hold it off.
Yep.
You can't go overboard with it. So like. I don't know, like, just my thoughts, what I'm
No,
saying?
that's definitely true.
Swag.
So now we're going to see if we're going to see something similar to the last game. I mean, in the Ling Hydra, it did something, but he wasn't able to get the third, and really wasn't prepared for the DTs. So, we have to see, does Chris say, okay, I would have been in a great position if it wasn't for the DTs, I just get detection and I'm fine? Or does he say, that didn't work, I need to switch my style? Do I need to go Roach Hydra this time? Do I need to just go straight double upgraded Lings? Or other things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Chris does, and then in return you have Andori saying, okay, well, what I did last game worked really well. Do I do it again, or do I say it worked, I got my win, I have something else planned?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like this is really what he's most comfortable with. I mean, even though he's tried to kind of go into the Stargate play in the past, it looks like he's a lot more comfortable doing this Forge Fast Expand, going for the macro game, doing some harass, something aggressive to get a lead.
And we are not seeing anywhere near as fast a third hatch this game as we did in the last game. So this says to me that Chris is going to fall back on what he's been doing a lot in ZDP recently, which is this 2-base, double upgraded lings, get a third, and then go fast hive into fast ultras. That it's a style that I know Scarlet's been using a lot, and Leenock used sort of in the beginning of Heart of the Swarm, which is coming back into fruition. Once again, the +1 going down very quickly, and Andori's build is almost identical to what it was last game. So it is it makes sense that with the build that worked last time, see if it continues. Ling speed going down as well as, but double gas in Andori is natural, so he's going to be going for something a little bit different. And there's a Twilight Council. This is going to be a faster, instead of going for the Robo quickly, he's going for the Twilight. This could mean a Blink type of build. This could mean much faster DTs with how well the DTs worked last game.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what their options are right now. I mean, this is definitely a faster +1 than last game, I think, for Andori. And I mean, it seems like each of these games so far, the double Evo chambers are coming up a little bit later than I usually expect. I don't know if that's usually how it is for ZVP or not, but I feel like they should go up a little bit earlier, at least.
There's the +1 attack as well as carapaces. So yeah, this is definitely going to be double upgraded lings on 2-base. Use these lings to control. So the real question is Andori going to be ready for something that is a little bit different? This isn't going to be like Hydra's. The units get out a lot faster. This is Blink. Oh, so this is going to be a 6-gate Blink all-in.
Wow. Oh my.
Wow. Okay.
Well, yeah, there's the third.
Blink is terrifying. We do know that from our own games.
But the one advantage I will give to Boo here is that upgraded Zerglings are very good against Blink Stalkers.
This is true.
So that is the one thing I do feel much more comfortable with Boo, is that if he can get these nice surrounds and have good micro with these Zerglings, that he can really control and shut down Stalkers a lot better than if he was going for, say, Roaches.
Yeah, and right now it looks like he's trying to do some damage with these lings, but I mean, when you look at this wall, like how do you get into that? I mean, I'm thinking right now that maybe he's trying to abuse Andori's impaired reflexes because of the sleep deprivation.
Here come these sentries. This could be a little dangerous if he gets these units caught. The other thing to note here is that he doesn't actually have to do that much damage. If he can just keep Andori back, that's pretty much worth it.
Yeah.
A good surround here could...
Yeah, and something there are no Zealots with this push, and Zealots are really key for Protoss to stop being...
But the Zerglings on the left are way out of position right there.
That is true, but with Speedlings, you can kind of, in a sense, be out of position. And he's going to run in for a counterattack. So here comes a lane run by, and there it is fully walled.
Wow. That wall was...
So nicely done by Andori, keeping this...
Getting the pylons outside, walling it off.
Keeping this from doing any damage. And here comes this attack. So the supplies are pretty even. So can Boo Radley hold off this aggression?
No response yet.
Pulls back his queens. He's going to lose one queen.
Oh, nice transfuse.
And here comes nice push with these lanes.
Wow.
The force field is just a little bit late, but they do
pretty good.
Wow. Oh no, there's Zerglings in on those sentries, and this is looking very good for
over here. Back home, nothing.
But once these sentries are cleaned up, these Stalkers are going to have to stand alone, and they're just not going to be able to deal with these lanes. The Infestation Pit is finishing up too, and this is really nice for Boo Radley. These Lings did incredibly well against these Stalkers. And I think it's going to be very hard for Andori to get any damage done with the rest of this pressure. The other thing to note is he attacked before his +2 attack finished up, and I don't know if I like that decision, because without that +2 attack, you're fighting with an upgrade disadvantage, and you really, when you're all inning, I really think you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Here comes another round of Stalkers, and we're seeing. I mean, yes, he has Blink, but he's continually warping in Stalkers, alone against these Zerglings. Once again, nice round. Yes, the Blink out of it, but at the end of the day, the Stalkers, especially on creep, these Zerglings can catch up and get nice surface area against these Stalkers.
GG.
And there's the GG.
Wow, Boo tying it up 1-1.
Very swift game there.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Pretty good play. Andori definitely made a big mistake pushing out before the +2 was finished. I mean, Boo defended nicely though, and I think that lane pressure really paid off for him.
Yeah, and I think that, and I know that's a style that he likes to fall back on. And it's interesting to note. I mean, I'm curious how much Andori's played against that style. Is not the straight up norm. It's not the straight roach hydra or even the ling hydra that we see a ton of. It can be a little bit different.
Oh my god, no. This is not BM. I'd rather Ryan didn't die.
Yeah.
Due to staying up.
Yes,
Yeah.
we at GW are against people dying.
I don't want him to die.
Yeah, so
I would feel bad.
He's got the sleep deprivation problem, but I mean, I guess the only person to blame for that is him. So
If you look at his APM, it's not like he's slipping out.
The guy is resilient. Okay, he's saying it's okay. He can get through the best of 5, but if he can get through this one, he's got another one. Okay, so I mean that's going to change a lot.
All right, so here we go. We're going up to Alstrazim Stronghold.
I'll make it through, he says, begrudgingly.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, he really wants us to get this going here before he passes out.
I don't think pull-ups are good.
Alright.
Oh, if he
So yeah, we're gonna start the next game now.
Another-
what's this map? We're doing Altrazim.
Another big
Wow.
one. Another
Yeah.
big one.
I think who's a fan of this? Chris? Who is a fan of this map? What the hell?
Not I.
Yeah, I mean
not
it's a huge map. It's like absurdly huge, and I mean I think it's gonna force multi-base
might-
play pretty much.
You moved Andrew as a spectator.
Oops.
Oops.
Oops. Oopsies.
So yeah,
Strong colors, colored effects.
yeah.
I'm ready to switch to Protoss.
He's Protoss.
If he is doing Terran, I am
Scroll all the way down. All the way down, isn't it?
No, it's in G.
They alphabetized it.
Oh, okay. That would have been awesome. I would have.
All right.
That would have been cool.
Well, that would have been funny if you did play Protoss.
Alright, yeah. So we're gonna start the next game. It's gonna be Andori versus Boo, game 3.
And we are tied at 1-1.
Yeah, and
Here in the round of 4.
yeah, this is pretty crazy, guys.
This is nuts.
He's taking him to Altrazim Stronghold. Switch to the camera, please. Okay, great.
Oh
And
man.
what's interesting
It's not switched yet.
This is
to note
not.
about
There we go.
this, compared to sort of like TVT or even TVZ, where you see relatively similar styles in most games. You see a lot of Biomine against Ling Bei Muta, and
Yeah.
in TVC you a lot of Biomech versus Biomech. In this matchup, styles can vary massively. So with that, I think it changed a lot. With we had in the first game, Andori had all this great momentum. He played really well. Was looking great. The last game, Boo shut down his all in and is feeling good. So it's sort of this game kind of keeps swinging back and forth based on momentum. But because they played different styles, it kind of changes out how you think they're going to play.
Yeah, definitely.
That was deep.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and introduce some players. You want to go ahead and introduce Boo this time?
Sure. So spawning in the top right-hand position of Altrazim Stronghold, we have the GWU Pink Zerg, Boo Radley.
Boo Radley.
Oh my god, we love you!
And in the top left position, spawning as the red Protoss, the Gerbil Toss, the man himself, the once ace player of GWU, a legend himself. It is Andori. Yeah, Andori. Swat.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, this is definitely a map that that Andori has said that he likes a lot. Because I mean, obviously he likes the macro play. He doesn't like that people can abuse his natural. So when your natural's inside your main, pretty much, that's
an interesting one.
Yeah, it's pretty much cut out for you.
It's something I don't think we've ever seen in the map pool before.
Yeah.
Other than maybe, wasn't there one in the HOTS beta?
That
had an in-base natural?
I feel like there was definitely another one with in-base natural. It's really something that happens in 2v2 maps.
Okay, this will
mostly.
be interesting. I know some Zerg players are actually willing to put a hatch there.
In that one?
But no, he's
Wow,
not.
that would have been crazy.
That would be nuts, yeah.
I know Chris has talked about doing that before. We are seeing hatch first. This is a map that I know Chris does like to 3-hatch before pool. And with that forge going down, with him seeing it, he might be willing to. Yep, there it is.
There it
There's
is.
the 3-hatch before pool build. So this is going to be about as economically powerful as possible. The only thing that Boo has to worry about, though, is with that forge, a cannon rush is possible. So he's going to have to be very on top of his scouting, making sure that that probe that is going out there doesn't put pylons down and doesn't get up cannons. Because with how big an area he has to cover now with 3 hatches, it can be tough.
Yeah. And Andori not falling for the mind games there, going straight for the top right base to find the hatcheries of Zerg. Didn't see that. Didn't see that third though.
Didn't see the
Yeah,
third.
didn't see
It'll be
third.
interesting to see if he checks it because a lot of players won't expect a 3-hatch before pool build, and if he doesn't check, then he can't do any of the things we talked about with a cannon rush or aggression like that.
Yeah.
And Andori's scouting around, taking a look, and as long as this probe is alive, Boo Radley has to keep vision of it or keep himself paying attention. But the spawning pool is finishing up, so he's going to get out Zergling, so I think he should be okay against any possible counter. He's going to check the third, though, so
There
he
we go.
sees the 3-hatch before pool, he knows what he's playing against, and we can see where he goes from here.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is the kind of map where he could respond with some heavy aggression from 2 bases because, I mean, look at how exposed this third is. A lot of big openings that you can abuse.
Yes.
He can easily do a
However,
push with force fields.
The only thing with that is it does mean that you can't use force fields as great as, say, a map like Yansu, where you have the tiny choke. You can put your Stalker Zealot ball there and just force field everything out.
Yeah.
This is a much more open base, which means you need a different type of force field.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons I actually do like the ability, as much as people complain about it. It does have some difference in utilities on the depending on the type of map you're on.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a Stargate. So this is gonna be the first time we're gonna see Andori use a Stargate this series.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand why you do Stargate on a map like this. There's a huge ground distance between the maps, but not so much of a huge air distance. And I mean, there's a lot of places all around his base where you can find an opening with an air unit, so like an Oracle or a Void Ray or something. So
The other thing is when you have that Stargate available, you always feel a lot more comfortable against a muta transition because you have the Stargate. You can make the Phoenixes if you need them.
yeah,
So we're going to have to see. The only thing I do feel though is when Zergs play against Stargate, a lot of them will say that they feel very comfortable. They feel, okay, yes, I'm going to get harassed, but I know I'm not about to lose. I know I'm not about to get hit with some kind of crazy all-in. So they're willing to be able to say, I can drone up as much as I want. I can make almost no units. I put down 3 spores, and I'm pretty much okay.
yeah,
So with this incredibly strong economic opening from Boo Radley, if he can get up to that, almost crazy like 80 drone number,
yeah.
it's going to be very interesting to see. There's a robo going down. So we're going to see sort of he's going to get some Phoenixes out to do some harass, but it doesn't look like it's going to be any kind of Stargate commitment. Like it's not going to be a Void Ray pressure with a robo going down.
It could almost be like a fake out. You might want Boo to overreact because he has to cover so much area with the spores that he's going to have to spend a lot of money pretty much. So
And once again, we're seeing +1 melee attack. So Boo Radley's really showing a commitment to Lings in this series. This is the 3rd game in a row when he's going to go for melee attack over ranged attack. So, and there's spore cards going on. So did he see these Phoenixes?
I don't know how he would have.
I have to assume that he's expecting them
I
in some
think
way.
he's expecting something, whether it's a
Oh, there it
roll
is. He has vision of them now with his legs. So he's going to know these Phoenixes are coming. And once you know the Phoenixes are coming, you should be pretty well defended. Yeah, he might lose a drone here, a queen here, an overlord here, but he's not going to lose too much. And these Phoenixes are a pretty large, they do cost a decent amount of money. Each one of these costing 150 minerals and 100 gas. So if Andori gets no damage done with them, he can be in a slightly tight spot. There's a 3rd base going down for Andori, but Boo Radley does see it right away. And he's going to go move in with these links to try and get a cancel. And I don't see any units out for Andori to hold this. I think he's going to get a cancel on this. The Mothership's core moving in. Decent macro for Boo Radley getting on the side.
Oh my
It's going to be
God.
very close.
I think he's got
Oh,
And he gets it. He gets the
Down.
cancel. And that's very big. Oh, he's going to get a sentry
it.
too.
Maybe two. Two
Wow.
sentries. Wow.
No, he's only gonna get one.
no! Oh, I
Swag.
spoke. I spoke.
He
too
only
soon.
gets one sentry, but still, one sentry and a cancel on the Nexus. Very big.
I
there.
blame
nice
me.
use of lings.
It's all my fault.
And also, during all that time, those Phoenixes weren't doing anything. So Boo has got to be feeling really good. Let's take a look at what the workers are at right now. So it's 64 to 50. So Boo is not sitting on that many workers, but with the infestation pit and the Hydra Den going down, he's going to be able to get into this Ling Hydra. So this is going to be another Ling Hydra game. Similar to the first game. Phoenix is moving again.
they're
Let's
flying in again.
see if they can get any harassment going in. I'm going to pick off one drone. Finds a few more. Sort of this minor house. The only nice thing for this is it does give him full scouting. But once
here
again,
again-
I don't think he should be able to get it this time, but
That's a
He
lot.
might.
of
no
lings.
reaction from
there's-
Dorian.
That's a
He's going to
lot
get
of
this.
lings.
He.
He's going to force another cancel, and this is
Wow.
nice force field
Oh
blocking
my!
it.
Oh my
It's
God!
very
I think he's
close.
gonna hold it.
He
Yeah,
holds.
hold it.
He holds.
And Dory holds.
A good hold.
Nice
Very good
reaction there. It was a little late on that reaction though, so that Nexus is now very weak. So see if Boo runs in another set of lings, could be dangerous. The other thing is these are going to be 2/2 lings very soon, as well as Hydras. And with this type of play, you really want to start pressuring that third base. Hive going down for Boo Radley, so he's going to be trying to get into Ultras very soon.
Yeah. And there's a hive going down. Oh, that's a swarm. Is that a
Oh,
swarm?
that's
It's a mistake,
that is the
isn't it?
swarm host that Boo Radley makes pretty much every game accidentally.
I remember hearing about this.
You hit 5 and you try an A move and you accidentally make a swarm host. What's funny to note is Life actually did that in a game, 2 games in the GSL back in Season 2 or Season 1 last year. And Artosis was very confused. And was there a reason for it? But it actually does add some interesting sort of weird scouting utility. There's a 4th base going out for Boo Radley. And things are evening up. There is a Colossus coming out as well as Colossus range and the that's +2 attack.
That is +2 attack.
That's +2 attack as well as Stargate upgrades. So he's actually going to be going into a Void Ray Colossus type play, and that is
Wow.
one of the hardest things to hold as a Zerg player.
Yeah.
However, if he can get up to 3/3 Ultras as well as this with these Ling Hydra, it can definitely work.
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious because like he's doing this Hydra Ling style again, and I mean the last time he tried to do this, it didn't really work out for him because the Colossus. There were 3 Colossus. They just kind of roasted his entire army, and I'm wondering if this is going to play out any better. Maybe because of the Void Rays or something. If these Hydras
Yeah.
can do something better this time.
Every time. I swear to fucking God.
I really hope that with Storm, there's also a Temple Archive going on, and Storm and Colossus will just absolutely tear this army to shreds. However, once the Ultras do get up, and the Ultras Squadron is just about to finish, that's when it gets a lot better for Boo Radley, because Storm really doesn't matter that much against Ultras, and Colossus are really not very good. So the question is he going to get Immortals up? Is he going to be ready for this type of thing? It looks like Phoenixes are going to be trying to fly into his 4th base, and these Phoenixes are still alive, so they can continue to get some harassment done. Looks like he's going to try and pick off he's going to pick off a couple of Overlords, so it's good. He's going to lose a Phoenix, though. It looks like Andori is sort of just sacking these Phoenixes, and I'm not entirely sure why he's doing that. It's possible that he's not paying attention. Oh, Boo Radley sees this base going down, and he's going to send in Lings, and I think he's going to get a cancel on this base as well. Immediate Warping is very nice, but these Lings are very heavily upgraded, and he is definitely going to get this cancel.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, he didn't even get the cancel off. He killed that straight up.
Wow,
These Lings
that's
are
bad.
forfeited, but those Lings
the
for...
Colossus are being unleashed now, and
But even so, those Lings, I'll trade those Lings for a
Yeah.
Nexus any day.
yeah, definitely.
Boo Radley barrows that Swarm Host in the middle of the map. He's going to use it for scouting. The one thing to note, though, is it actually, while it definitely is a mistake, it can freak your opponent out a little bit. Oh, there's Locust. I need to do something. Storm is just about to be finished with 4 Ultras on the way.
Wow.
So this is going to be very interesting. This is 2 very high-tech,
Yeah, we're looking at a high-tech
expensive
game here.
armies.
This is very all these upgrades. We're about to have 3/3
Yeah.
chitinous plating and adrenal
And
glands.
this is really the time that Andori should probably be doing damage, because right now all this money he spent on those upgrades isn't going anywhere until right about now.
It's about
So,
to be. Look at this, all hitting together.
Yeah.
What
So,
timing?
Very well timed out.
Yeah.
The
Such
fourth
wow.
is been replaced for
Yeah.
Andorra, so it's going to be curious to see
Upgrade Doge.
if Boo Radley tries to pressure that once again. With a few infestors coming out. So if he can get at these infestors, this army is very vulnerable to a heavily upgraded Ling Hydra Ultra Infestor type army.
Yummy.
And we're seeing a
This is
very
scary.
heavy commitment to cannons. I saw 5, I think, going down. So that's a lot of cannons at that base. Trying to keep that up. Oh yes, there are a lot of cannons there.
I think this army is a little bit too sentry. There's so many sentries in there, but they're not going to do anything at this point with
Yes.
the ultras coming out.
And very quick, sort of at the blink of an eye, Boo Radley's maxed out with his
Here it is.
with his kindness playing in 1-1, about to finish
This
up.
is
and
beautiful
and This
timing.
is a great timing to hit, and we're gonna have to see if Andor is ready. He has no immortals, to my knowledge, so he has really nothing to stand up to these ultras. So he's gonna need to
We'll
have
see.
very strong pressure and target firewall with his void rays. He's going to run a few Lings in, but with that many cannons there, there's no
Yeah.
way Lings are going to do anything.
He should really go attack right now.
However,
Yes,
he's
this is
actually
time.
pulling the army down, and if this army is caught out, especially by a fungal or two, it could be real trouble. There's a fleet beacon going down.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I was assuming that's just for +2 weapons for air, but if that's actually for Tempests or Carriers, this could be in for an interesting game. We're actually seeing a 5th go down for Boo Radley, and he's going to run in here.
It's getting
the ultras
real.
are now revealed. A little indecisive in his micro, though. His army is not fighting.
Wow.
Nice set of fungals, though. Gets
Wow,
all the
big
void rays.
fungal.
Not bad
Big
fungals.
fungal
But
on
Boo
the
Radley's
void
army
rays.
is really
Oh
evaporating.
my
He is
God.
Wow.
not fighting
The
the way
void
he
rays are
should.
too strong right now.
That is a
Infestors should
lot
have
of
gone in.
Colossus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Infestors definitely should have gone in there.
And
to
Boo Radley
fungal
is
again.
falling down all the way to 120 supply, and that was not a very nice engagement. I
Even
thought
without ground weapons 3.
Yeah, I really thought that he sort of had half of his army attacking buildings, half of his army attacking units, which really isn't good. The one thing that is going for him is he did keep his infestors alive. So he is going to be in another accidental swarm host going down.
That is good old accident storm host.
And a whole bunch of phoenixes being made. It looks like Andorra is predicting a muta switch that isn't coming. So this actually is could work out very nice for Boo Radley, because without, those phoenixes are really going to do absolutely nothing against this army. I mean, yeah, you can lift a few infestors, but once the infestors get the fungals off, they're kind of there. Nice fungal, gets almost all the void rays.
Okay, now he's getting the
Oh.
fungals.
And he's going to try and use these phoenixes for whatever they can, lifting up these infestors and queens, which is good, but sort of not as good as more attacking it. And, a nice
is
set
getting
of fungals,
cleaned.
and very nice play from Boo Radley here. These fungals
Cleaned right
absolutely
up.
rip these Colossus apart. The only thing is, does he have enough to shut down these queens, or shut down these void rays? And I think he should with all these
You
queens.
can pick up all those queens.
Oh, he gets a pickup on all of the queens. Nice. These phoenixes are working out a little better than I thought, but nice transfuses are keeping these alive. These zealots aren't going to do anything to these ultralists. I don't even think they were worth warping in. And this is a very weird situation, because these phoenixes can't really do anything now. They can't lift up the ultras, and this really looks like Andorra thought there was a muta switch coming, but there wasn't. 20 hydras incoming, and sort of right back at it. Boo Radley is, I think, finds himself in a very nice position.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like at least some of these phoenixes should go and try to kind of destroy the economy of Boo, because the only reason he can keep remaking this army is because of all the gas that he has.
And the ultras fly in, and we're seeing now these phoenixes are they don't matter against these ultras. I don't even think they should be here. I think they need to. I think you're right. They should be out doing something against the economy. And the fact is, without immortals, this army becomes incredibly hard to kill. Hydra Ultra is very strong against Zealot Archon, with the splash damage of the ultras as well as the high DPS. And I think there's the GG.
GG. Boo taking game 3. Up 2-1 now against Andorra.
And that was a nice series, but I really think that Andorra predicted something that wasn't coming, and those phoenixes cost him the game.
That was...
That was the worst fucking fight I've ever seen. This is not good enough for a crap. I hope they have money behind this. I feel like if I lose, I'm doing, I feel bad because that makes me keep fighting. So I'm like really hurt. I'm waiting for his sake right now. I'm fighting for him.
Waiting for your opponent's sanity. That's not bad, man. That's a lot of... That's cool. Advanced habitation and Dallas.
There's still
Yansu.
Heavy rain.
Yansu and Heavy Rain?
Yeah, God's heavy rain. Heavy rain.
Oh,
Heavy Rain
Why is Yansu always the ace?
has been chosen.
Because no one loves it, no one hates it.
Yeah. Not true.
So no one picks it as their map, but also no one beats it.
What about like, I thought parents were like Pro.
You know, for us in our team,
Oh, I'm also planning to save you guys from Protoss too. So there's a lot of writing on this.
don't worry, Dark's pretty OP too.
Yeah.
Every rating except the parent.
Oh yeah. Terra's the baseline. Everything else is above.
Unless
above
it's
it.
PVT, and
Everything
the
else is
parent
above
is
it.
really OP.
I was debating downloading this map too.
Is Andrew setting up for his game?
What?
Is Andrew going to set up for his game?
Chris isn't done yet.
Oh, right, yeah. 'cause
We
there's
only
no
have
spots.
two. We only have 2 spots.
Right. Everyone good?
So Andori's actually going to keep fighting here, even though I feel like he wanted a best of 3. He's down 1-2, but it looks like he wants to keep fighting, see if he can win it for that dirty esports money.
I think he can.
He's already in the money though, correct? We
I
actually
don't
have
understand. I don't think he ever
There's
made.
3 places.
that?
25, 15, 10.
Oh, so does he have,
I don't think anyone ever paid. So
Yeah, well, there's that, but, esports money, guys. Esports money.
Pride money.
Dogecoins. Dogecoins.
esports.
Alright, so we're going to have Heavy Rain as our, this is game 4?
It's game 4.
Game 4.
I got the money. I swear.
Alright.
The money is real.
Squatting in the top of Heavy Rain,
This is not LYGF.
we have the Pink Zerg, GW's very own Boo. And my co-caster is
Andrew,
Go
would you
away.
like to?
Oh, sorry guys. I was reading the chat because gotta see what's going on.
you guys see what they're saying about us.
Yeah, I'll introduce Andori. So we have one of the strongest players known to GWU. It is the Teal Protoss, Andori.
You've given much more, like, enthusiasm. You're like, you give all this, he's one of the best players across the street. So whoever I introduce kind of sounds like, and he sucks.
They all need an epithet.
Oh, yeah, and it's Chris.
With Boo Radley being up 2-1 in this series.
All right, so Pylon
Wait,
just
that is
as
a
game
fast pool. That is
Yes.
one, he wants blood.
He smells it
He
in
smells
the water.
blood in the water, but it's gonna get
He sees
scouted
it.
before it finishes.
He knows
Yeah.
it.
So, is that 9 pool or 10 pool?
I think that was
I
a
guess.
7 pool.
7. Interesting.
Look, he can see how few drones there are, even at his
It is-
state of
it is
tiredness.
So what can he do?
I'm wondering what
So
his
Boo Radley's
follow-up
going to
is.
try and go in, but there's the Forge. And I don't love this decision from Boo.
This is
We've seen Andori scout every single game with a probe at 10. So it's sort of like, I understand his thinking here. I mean, he's up 2-1. You cheese one game. If you lose, you lose. You move on to the next game. It's no big deal. But I don't know. I feel like it hasn't seemed like Andori's been vulnerable to this with how much he's been scouting.
Yeah, he's gonna get the full wall off right now.
The Forge is almost finished up, so he's going to be able to place a cannon down. He might be able to sneak lings in, though. If he can get these lings in, he'll be in a great position. If he can't, then he's in real trouble. So here come these lings, and there's a probe in position.
He's gonna get that
I
wall.
think they're gonna get in. Oh no, he's got
nice.
Yeah, see, he's ready for it.
Very nice with this pylon. Let's go see if Chris can get in. I don't think he should be able
Yeah,
to.
it doesn't
but
seem like it, but he's got a lot of time to break
that
that
cannon
down.
is finishing up.
Oh my god!
And he deflects this perfectly.
Wow, not bad at all.
Perfect response from Andori. I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, yes, Andori's got Nexus first every game so far, so there is some thinking to it. But sort of, I don't know. When your opponent scouts all the time, it just
he
seems,
scouts early too.
Yeah, it just seems like that was a little bit ill-advised.
A little reckless, maybe.
He's going to lose an Overlord too,
Oh,
and
that's big.
that's not great. He will catch this Zealot though. Nice micro on the Zergling. He's keeping.
Only
Loses
losing
one.
one.
But still, that is good. So he does get a Zealot, so he gets something out of these Lings. But I don't know. This is a tough position now to be in. If we take a look at the workers, he's behind a lot. He's down 5 workers early game. His hatch is going down, but I don't know. I'm very concerned with what Andor can do. I mean, he could follow this up with a very quick attack. He already has 2 gateways and a cyber core coming down, and with all of that blue cut, it's going to be hard for him to keep up. Or he can just expand, sit on his worker lead, and be in a great position. So I don't know. I'm very much in.
And the music is ominous. The music is really reflecting this game.
I don't know if it's over, but it's definitely Boo's gonna need to make something happen here to get back into this.
I'm just waiting. Where's the second Nexus? Like, he has no reason not to make it right now.
Well, I mean, theoretically, he could just 4-gate or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And with the fact that Boo Radley cut all of his drones at the early game, he can't make units right now.
Yeah.
And he is chronoing that cyber a little bit, so it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to just go for it with a quick attack. Yeah,
there it is.
It's
Wow,
going to be a
okay.
4-gate.
Yeah.
This will be interesting.
5. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
That was going to be a 5-gate. Wow. So
I feel like this isn't really something that Andori usually would do. I feel like he's the kind of guy who would, sit back in macro and try to get the lead there. But I don't know. After that last game, maybe he wants to kind of just close it out.
And he's gonna knock down his own wall so he can get his units out. The thing about this is, he definitely is in a position. This could very well work and win him the game right here, right now. However, this is one of those things that if it doesn't work, Boo Radley's right back in the game. So it's going to be interesting because if you throw down the Nexus, he would be ahead. There'd be nothing else to it. He'd just be ahead. He could sit on the Nexus and sort of play from there. But with this attack coming, he's going to need to get damage done, and this is an all-in. I mean, I think he's going to need to win the game.
Wow.
I am concerned, though. There's a layer going down for Boo Radley, so it looks to me like he's going to try and follow up with an all-in of his own. He sees, though, the lack of Nexus, right? There's an Overlord sitting there.
There is.
So he sees this, so he should know there is a pressure coming. Warp Gate is finished up, and here it comes. So we're going to see a 5-gate. Spine Crawler going down for Boo, as well as Ling Speed and a Roach Warren. So, I don't know.
Wow. Okay, so he knows what's up.
He's got to know that this is some kind of an all-in here.
Yeah. He hasn't seen the other gates, but even
But
when he does,
Spore Crawler's going down. that's scary to me.
Yeah. He's expecting something else.
Yeah, he's going to see these.
Oh my God.
He sees the gateways, and he's going to see the gateways.
Oh my God. I wonder if he saw that.
He sees now.
He sees the gateways, and he now knows those Spore Crawlers are completely useless.
And now he's just starting to see.
With 6 roaches and some legs, he might just be able to hold this, but it's going to be hard. Losing an Overlord too is not going to help, as he's supply block now.
Losing
2 Overlords incoming. He does have 2 spines, so he definitely does have what he would need to hold this, but we're going to have to see if he can. This is a Zealot Sentry 5-gate all-in. A 3rd spine finishes up. If this 3rd spine gets up, I think he might just be okay. The spine crawlers do pretty well with the Roach's support.
Wow. Okay, those spine crawlers are doing pretty well, but that's a lot of sentries.
There's a lot of sentries.
I think he's going to break through.
Zealots are strong.
Yeah. With only 4 Roaches incoming, I think he's got this. Nice transfuse going. Yeah, this
Stalker's
is just
coming in
much.
Force. Wow, this
This
might be the game here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to move on to a deciding
Game
5th
5.
game.
Wow.
We saw Cheese that just didn't do anything.
That was good decision making by Ryan there.
Yeah.
Really good by Andor.
Actually, fun fact here. I'm getting on the stream chat. Arthur is right next to Ryan. He says, "Lol." So as Ryan scouts the 7 pool, he says, "Lol." Ryan is super mad, and then in quotes, "Why is he doing this? Does he think this is a joke? Just fooling around? This makes me so mad." So it looks like he's gonna get the better of Boo on this game, but I can't see Boo doing another greedy.
So he's gonna pull a drone, but this is the last ditch.
This is over here.
With the number of drones that he's killed, even if Boo was to somehow hold this, it really wouldn't matter. He'd still, win this game pretty easily. So this is over. There's the GG.
GG.
And
Good game.
yeah, that was pretty cut and dry.
We're moving on to
It's gonna be
Game 5 here.
people.
And we're going to see Game 5
And
on
it's
Yansu.
Wow. Okay.
Great. Love Yansu.
This is crazy, people.
It's real. It's real. The hype is real.
It is not fake.
It is.
So it's actually coming to Game 5
It's
in
true.
this one. Battle of Legends, Stock of Champions. Can he make the miracle happen is the real question.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let's go USA. So,
We're going to invite our players, and now, here we go. Game 5.
Game
It's
5,
it's
people.
happening.
I'm trying to think of what they're gonna do now because Boo really he had that last game to give away, and he went for that aggressive.
You're
opening,
playing right
but,
now.
You're now a player right now.
I don't want to do that.
And he went for that really aggressive pool, and that was a game he kind of had the opportunity to throw away. I don't know. He's not. I don't see him doing that again.
Do you think that with do you think that Boo is sitting in a good position here because he says, I was up 2-1. I've won 2 out of of the 3 macro games we've played. I won 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I cheesed. It didn't work. Move on. I go. Or do you think that with holding that so efficiently that Andori can say, I have the advantage. You messed up your game to win. This is my series to lose now.
Yeah. I mean, Andori has the momentum right now, but I think after seeing that Game 3, the long macro game with the Ultralisks, I think Boo has figured out how to win the long macro games, and I think that's what's really important here.
Yeah. So, what I'd really like to see is I'd like to see both these players play at their best in this game. We might see a cheese, but I'd love it if we could see another straight-up macro game.
Yeah, and I think Yansu is really the map that's really going to happen.
So, let's start. Why don't you start with...
Absolutely. All right, so in the top right, we have spawning as the pink Zerg once again. It is Boo Radley.
Oh my God, Boo Radley!
And now spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Yansu, we have the Teal Protoss, GW's very own Andori. No cheers. Apparently.
No cheers for Andori.
I
Cheers for Protoss.
didn't want to do my little girly voice again. I'm sorry.
Putting down that pylon just as always.
5th time in a row.
Andori has not changed up. The only time he's changed his opening is after scouting an early pool. So Andori seems very comfortable. Forge expand, fine.
Nothing new here.
Which is nice because it means that he he feels comfortable. He's not gonna mess up his build because he doesn't know it very well. He goes, this is my build. I'm gonna do it.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting to see if he's gonna block the hatch again, because what happened in Game 1 was he was able to block that hatch for a while, and then even though Boo Radley got the 3 bases, it didn't really work out for him. So, and I think Yansu's kind of the right size where getting those 3 bases fast is a little bit harder as Zerg.
There's gonna be another pool first. The big thing to note about this map compared to the last one, or not the last one, the I guess it was it Heavy Rain was Game 4?
Yeah,
Game 3?
that was Heavy Rain. Yeah, Game 4.
We have a lot more chokes, especially in and around that natural expansion. Watching the recent IM Cologne, that Hero Jaeon game, I mean, it was a great game for how crazy it was, but in the end, it really comes down to how powerful force fields are in this sort of around the natural.
Yeah.
And you can control so much space. So Boo gets the hatch down. It's going to be another Nexus Force into Forge. So same build again. And you didn't see Andori change his build up in fear of a cheese, which means that the small psychological edge you can sometimes get from cheesing in a early part of a series is not there. Andori didn't fall for that and say, oh, I need to go Forge first or I need to go Gateway first. He said, okay.
Yeah.
Here's my Nexus, deal with it. And once again, Boost sees it very quickly, so he knows what he's playing against. And I like that. I think that it's always good when both players are feeling comfortable and feeling like they know where they're at. We're going to see some Lings poke in. These Lings really shouldn't be able to do anything. This is a wall off. That's pretty much all the way up. The cannon's just about done, and we'll get a few hits in on this gateway, but he's actually getting a decent amount of damage done on this gateway. He might force a cancel.
Cancel.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's the
my
cancel.
God.
That was a little bit...
That happened.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Is that another gateway or is that a cyber?
That's a cyber.
Cybernetics.
It is possible that he put up that gateway purely for that purpose.
The wall, yeah.
And there's the third base going down, but you know it is something. You know, there's minerals that are lost. Burrell is going to clear out the watchtowers with his Zerglings. You know, you always see that with Zerg. You know, the Speedlings are so great for keeping towers, keeping map control.
Yeah, always keeping map control as Zerg in this situation. Really standard. Going for that third hatch once again. But I mean, this is a different map. This isn't Frost. This isn't Alterzim. So, I mean, I'm wondering if he's going to be able to hold this third with a map.
That's a full wall, so that probe is stuck. Which is something. The other thing that's important with these watchtowers is it is critical for Zerg to have these two watchtowers. There are two different attack paths, and if you don't see them, you can be in such a terrible position with some kind of all-in coming in. There is a full robotics facility going down. We haven't seen +1 yet, though, so this doesn't look like any kind of standard all-in. But with that robo, you know, we could see some kind of Sentry Immortal type play. Brad's going to start working down these rocks. I mean, one of the things that can be frustrating for Zerg is these rocks are there and they're hard to knock down. So it is difficult for Zerg to sort of keep their units across all the bases. It's actually why I think that Phoenix's openings on this map are great, because your Queens have such a hard time getting between the third and the natural. There's the +1. So this could definitely be something along those lines. With the Warp Prism, this is actually starting to look very similar to what happened in the first game, which did work out pretty well for Andor, so I like that.
Yeah.
He's going back to what works. Question is, will Bradley be more prepared this time? We haven't seen any time power class, so we don't know, or Twilight Cancel, so we don't know if it's going to be DTs again, but with another Warp Prism type fly. Overlord flying in, and this is actually a great Overlord timing. He might actually see that Warp Prism right as it spawns, depending on the direction that it goes. Vandori's on top of it. He should be able to keep it hidden, but we'll see if that happens.
Wrong way.
Wow.
5 gateways, 6 gateways going now. So this is almost an identical build to the first game. We'll see if he throws down that third Nexus after this, but with 6 gateways and a robo, with a Warp Prism first, will he go into the third Nexus, or is he going to use this for some kind of very quick attack?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the Warp Prism out right now, so I think he's going to try to do some kind of, like, primary pressure.
Alright, so here comes the Sentry drop. So this is exactly the same drop he went for on game 1.
Yeah.
He really has some units out. Speed is finishing up as well as road speed, so we're going to see... he has some tools to defend this. There's an Immortal going down, so the big deviation here is it's the same exact opening, but instead of putting on a third Nexus, he's going for an Immortal. Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be a Warp Prism opening into some kind of Immortal pressure follow-up.
Yeah.
And Boo knows.
Boo has all of these lings in his base.
Yeah, he actually saw it with one of his overlords.
Yeah, so he should be perfectly fine against this. Some spores going down, and Boo's going to feel very nice pushing back this Warp Prism. I don't actually like this Warp in.
I don't know if he should be committing to this, but...
with the Lings and Roaches already there, he's really just trading out Zealots for not much. But he actually gets a pretty nice engagement.
Okay.
And he might force field this ramp again and cut off the reinforcements.
Wow.
Nice.
Not too
nice
bad.
move, but might lose the Warp Prism.
He's going to lose the Prism. That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad, because that should forfeit these sentries. Something that I've noticed is Andori doesn't seem to bring a mothership core with these pushes.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Which would help out a lot, because it would allow him to have a recall available.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Another Immortal going down. Sorry, with Blink coming down, this looks like it's going to be an Immortal Sentry Blink all-in.
These sentries are getting away, man.
I don't think so.
He's moving up. Never mind.
Come
on!
Oh my God!
Oh, damn it!
He's gonna lose some roaches, but it's okay. The thing is, he now sees all the sentries and the Immortals, so Boo is gonna know I am playing against this kind of pressure, and with a Hydrogen finishing up, if he gets out some Roach Hydra, he'll have everything he needs to stop this push.
Finally, a Mothership Core coming out.
He doesn't like that unit. He's not fond of the Mothership Core.
Not a big fan.
I'm not that big a fan of the Mothership Core
I don't think anyone is.
However, as a Terran player, it would make a lot more sense.
It's like Jadon versus Bolt.
And this is the
hero over.
And this is the first time we're actually seeing +1 ranged attack from Boo Radley. So this is going to be Roach Hydra.
Yeah.
He's kind of abandoning the Ling Hydra style, and here comes this all in. This is a straight up all in.
He's bringing the mothership.
but
Look at the supplies.
They are pretty.
I mean,
The army supplies are pretty close.
pretty close, but he's going to need to do a lot of damage with this push. This
This is an all in.
Yeah.
This he needs to win with this push. The thing is, Boo Radley sees it completely, so he can make nothing but units. I think Boo Radley should be fine if he can get his 1/1 upgrades and Hydra range up. And
Plus
without,
2 finishing.
And without him pushing across the map yet, the War Prism isn't even done yet. I think he should be fine with his upgrades. However, this is a lot of Stalkers, a lot of Immortals, so this is a scary army. There's no doubt about it. This is a scary army.
The Hydras are coming out.
He's got H Hydras finishing
Yeah.
up. He will have his Groove Spines, and he will almost just barely have his 1/1. And the supplies are starting to combine pretty nicely for Boo. He even is feeling, wow, he's feeling really confident
feel
putting
like
out a 4th
Andori-
hatchery.
I feel like Andori waited a little bit too long for this.
Yeah, and as you get up past 4 Immortals actually start to scale poorly. I really think that 3 Immortals is sort of the sweet spot. But this is still a scary army.
That's a big army, yeah.
And I'm Boo Radley's definitely ballsy putting down that 4th hatchery.
Yeah.
Moving up
good
here.
surround, though.
Nice round. There's a decent set of force fields there, but it looks like Boo Radley should be fine. This Roach Hydra is getting in on. And a nice set of force fields cutting us off, but he loses the mothership's force, so no recall available, no time warps. However, that trade looked pretty good. I mean, it was 150 supply up, or it was a good 35 supply up for Boo Radley, and now it's only about 15. So we're gonna see. I mean,
Wow.
8 Hydras more
This is
finishing
a
in.
huge army.
Yeah, this army is incredibly powerful.
Wow.
There are still 4 Immortals in the
He's
back
got
end,
some force field still.
and I'm starting to get a little bit more scared for Boo
Wow,
Radley. There
this
are
is
more
crazy.
Hydras finishing up, and the supplies continue. This
More
is not
being
good.
lumped in, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is.
Holy crap.
Those personalized units, they're efficient, eh?
Oh,
Protoss
they are.
units are pretty
This
strong.
is once again.
Yes.
It looked like Boo Radley had everything he needed to hold this, but
Wow.
I kept the
A lot
Immortals
of it-
alive, and
It's the positioning, a lot of it. Yeah.
And from what I said in the beginning, this spot is so hard to deal with for Zerg. It's so hard to touch this army. And,
Yeah,
and with
yeah.
Lings coming in, this is not good. This is game.
I'm surprised.
And there's
Wow.
the GG.
There it is.
Good game, and Dory
And
advances
Dory's
to the
gonna
finals
move on to the
just
finals.
Just barely.
Well, we're gonna have a TVP finals.
Holy moly.
Holy moly is right.
Set up.
So we have some time now.
We do.
We have some quality time
Some quality time.
between us.
To go see how
Wow.
how our player is doing.
That was. I'm lightheaded, folks. I am.
I did exactly what I told Jada not to do yesterday. I let her on the ramp.
Chris, how do you feel? Take a seat.
Oh, I feel absolutely amazing. I'm tired now, actually. You're gonna play best of 7.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if he's gonna last that long.
I didn't love the 7 pool.
I do want to put that back for me.
Fair enough.
And also, he went Nexus first every other game.
The thing is, he was scouting you so early every game that
But
he was good
Nexus,
at...
he went Nexus first every game, though, still. Even before the scout, right?
What? No.
Really?
Every time he waited. And he went, because he just saw the 7 pool and then put down the forge.
I don't even know what to say.
You don't know what to say?
I don't know what to say.
You haven't said that much, Tyler.
I've been.
You've kinda just been our observer.
I've been observing so hard though.
It's been good observing.
I've been
I will
trying-
give you that.
I've been trying so hard not to mess up, but every once in a while I'll click somewhere wrong on the minimap and I'll miss a fight and I'm like, God, I've done
So
goofed.
what I got away from this is Queens and Immortals are OP.
Protoss units, they're efficient.
I am convinced that he thought you were making 30 meters.
Really?
He made
I don't have the money for
he
it.
made 7 phoenixes.
Oh yeah, he had a fleet.
I
He
can't.
made-
I can't do anything about. I can't switch the units until I get 4 base.
No, I know. I'm just saying he made a ton of phoenixes into your ultra infestor army, and I'm like, that doesn't help. I think.
Wow,
Dory's good.
he's very good, but I don't know.
I took the engagement terribly. I took a lot of engagements really badly in the fight.
In my mind, they're the 2 best, so that was exciting. That was.
You beat me. Andrew beat me.
No, I know, but like I said in my mind.
In your mind.
Because
He doesn't count the Terrans.
Oh, okay. Every still count.
no.
Is it just
We all just blend. And by that I mean Austin and Andrew blend.
So Andorian.
Andrew blend one person.
Alright, so we have a few minutes while the players are setting up.
I think we need to get some like tunes
Do you have another YouTube?
up in here.
I was playing on Wi-Fi.
Oh no, the green one's plugged in. I mean, oh, that's.
I don't know if it's actually working.
Hey Mark,
Yeah.
you wanna do some replay analysis?
Sure.
I can do the replay now.
Alright, yeah, there you go.
Replay analysis
Come
of your
back.
game. Charles, come here and do replay.
Let's all do.
analysis.
Let's replay
I know exactly where I lost the
analyze.
game.
All right.
I looked away for half a second. You moved his army off the ramp.
All right.
That was
Let's talk about it. Take a seat. Take a seat, buddy. Come on.
Take a seat.
Just take a seat. It's
Dude,
gonna
No
be-
one wants to
I'm so
watch
hyped
your
over that
losses.
chance.
You're like QXC. You're about to pull a
Should we watch
QXC.
his
Yeah.
wins instead?
No.
Make him feel
I was
good?
really far ahead, right?
You need to be as
I think so.
Right next to the mic. That must hurt people's ears. Right now.
dude. He's being QXC. Like be.
You're not even. It's not on.
Are you gonna cast now? Someone wants to know.
I
Who?
can't test it.
Tyler, you're how real.
It's so real.
It's real.
So real. It's the hype.
Is that a different build every game?
What?
I went 3 for a pool.
You?
At first.
No, you did this.
I did 14 twice.
Yeah, you did this. I think you did this twice and lost twice with this.
Yeah, that was. I wanted to play it safer in case he did something crazy. I shouldn't have played it safe. I should have Jade on it. I should have said fuck it.
'cause
So
every game he's scouting at 9 and not
Yeah.
putting. He doesn't put the Nexus down until he scouts.
Every game he did the same thing. It's kind of nuts.
Like he doesn't go 15. He goes like 17 Nexus, I think.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's a little bit later.
So he just scouted. You saw the pool and then just rolled off.
Yeah.
I completely messed up this part.
But
I didn't realize that was just there to block the Zerglings.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's gonna get a cancel on this. Oh, but then I'm like, wait, I think that was just there to
Yeah.
block the Zerglings.
I tried to cut him off there. It didn't work.
What's funny is if you're gonna come into cast now, the thing we can actually cast.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't need the cast. I'll stand back and watch.
Dude, observing is so hard.
There it is.
No, it's not like hard. But
What was really funny.
I've
is
been
I was-
trying so
I
hard.
chose- Not that they weren't enthusiastic, but they were pretty much just like introduced the player. But
well, this is awkward.
Andrew was doing the whole like one of the best players in GWU history.
Nice.
and stuff.
In the history.
So like every time he introduced whoever I introduced, it felt like we just thought they were
It's
terrible.
impressive. I don't know what's going on here, but
This is awkward.
They just die.
Sick.
The whole. Are you on 8 times speed?
it's on 4.
I was on 4. I was on 8. I shouldn't have been on 8. That was dangerous.
It's dangerous.
That's dicey.
Stream still up?
I don't know.
What have people been saying about this?
Everything's
People
good.
enjoying it?
I think so.
Good.
We have 12 viewers.
That's impressive.
We had like 17 at one
Bruce
point.
lost because he didn't try to wait for his 1-1 to finish.
StarCraft 2 is not responding. Let's just wait.
Defending 2 base. Oh no, it did go down.
Wait, did my 1-1 not finish? Seriously?
It was just about to finish.
Really?
You had a nice
Fuck.
little anti-timing there.
I always do that. I looked at it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's about to finish.
I also analyzed your swarm host.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, there's the
How
swarm host
many,
team.
games, how many games had the Swarm Host in it?
Just
Two?
just one, but you did it twice.
Hey, it got some shots off.
It did.
It got some shots off.